good stuff. So, this is one of those cases, there's that classic epigram, man plans and God laughs.
Mensch tracht und Gott lacht.
God lacht, and God is laughing, and I am laughing. This is one of those weeks where I came to the Torah portion and I knew exactly what I wanted to talk about. And then by Wednesday, I began thinking, hey, wait a minute, maybe the terrain is shifting here. And by Thursday, I went, the heck with it, I've got to do something completely different. Word of context. The Torah portion this week is Ki Tisa, and this is also Shabbat Para. So contextually, there's a lot going on in the Torah. Moses is on Mount Sinai, he gets the first set of tablets and gets the laws of Shabbat and goes down, and there's the golden calf and they break it and all these wonderful things happen. And it's Shabbat Para, the first Shabbat after Purim, and we get these mind-blowing rules about the Para Aduma, this red cow, the red heifer. And this is held up as an example of a chok. This is a classic example of something in the Torah that we can make absolutely no sense of logically, and we just take it on faith. And you'll notice I wore a red shirt today in honor of Shabbat Para. You see? You see? Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. When I came back to the Torah portion, knowing that after everything that was going on with changing situations and directives and news about coronavirus, when I came back to it, something jumped out at me. And this is God laughing. Absolutely God laughing, because here's a passage I'd never engaged with before. If you'd like to join with me in the plot, I'm on page 584. This is Exodus chapter 30, verses 17 to 21. In all the dozens of times I've engaged with this Torah portion, this has never struck me as something particularly interesting or meaningful, and you'll see why I needed to share this with you today. Exodus chapter 30, verse 17, page 584 in the plot. The Eternal One spoke to Moses, saying, make a laver of copper and a stand of copper for it for washing, and place it between the tent of meeting and the altar. Put water in it, and let Aaron and his sons wash their hands and wash their feet in water drawn from it. And when they enter the tent of meeting, they shall wash with water, that they may not die. Or when they approach the altar to serve, to turn into smoke for an offering by fire to the Eternal, they shall wash their hands and their feet, that they may not die. And it shall be a law for all time for them, for him and his offspring, throughout the ages. It's been waiting for us for this week. We've got it. This washing. Okay, so we are preoccupied. I'm touching my face, I know. We're preoccupied this week with our hands, with washing, with cleansing ourselves. So let's see what the Torah says about it here. What are we to derive from it? What are we to make of this idea that Aaron and his sons are being kept from death by washing? Where does this lead us to? And I'm turning now to the wisdom of Rabbi Nehemiah Poland, who shared a perspective with my rabbinical class these many years ago. And he said, this ruling here is not so much about cleansing the way that we think of it. This isn't necessarily about physical cleanliness. This is about ritual preparation. This is about dedicating our bodies to holy service. Because Aaron and his sons are here about to enter into an experience of glorifying their Creator. And this means that they need to make sure that every part of themselves are attuned, that they're reflecting God's purity. And there's a hint of this actually in today's Haftarah portion that we will hear shortly. This idea that we are cleansed, not just made clean, but cleansed through our service to God and our relationship to our Creator. That's very consistent with how Rabbinic Judaism and subsequent generations came to understand washing. This idea that, yeah, it's about cleaning, and yet there's a deeper level of meaning behind washing. It's about creating a connection to God. That washing in some ways is a powerfully devotional act. There's a story about this In Vayikra Rabbah, this is in rabbinic literature, we have this midrash, that Hillel the elder, this great and famous sage, concludes teaching one day, and he leaves the study hall, and all his disciples follow after him, and they say, "Master, where are you going?" And he says, "I'm off to perform a mitzvah." "Oh, that's great, that's great. So what's this mitzvah?" And he says, "I am going to the bathhouse," not to the mikveh, mind you, to the bathhouse, this classical assimilationist thing. Off goes Rabbi Hillel the elder to the bathhouse to do a mitzvah. How can you do a mitzvah in the bathhouse? What's going on here? They say, can you really do a mitzvah there? Yes. Yes, he said. Let me give you an analogy. There's a person who is employed by the king to go out into the public spaces and there to wash all of the statues that are set up to honor the king. And that person is paid and he is honored for this job that he has, washing the statues of the king. And if a person is paid and honored for doing this for an image of a king in flesh and blood, how much more so might one be honored to be washing the image and the likeness of a king who is beyond flesh and blood, remembering that we are made in the divine image. And so that washing ourselves, Rabbi Hillel Hazaken, Hillel the Elder teaches, is something that's holy, because we are glorifying our bodies, this gift of our Creator in whose image we are made. Hillel the Elder affirms that our bodies are a holy gift, and as we care for them, we glorify that Creator. And going to the bathhouse is wonderful. And the main point of going to the bathhouse for Hillel the Elder is not to cleanse his body, but rather to cleave to God, to engage in a holy act. Only after that connection is made does cleansing enter into it. And I feel, my friends, that that is in the exact opposite of the position that we're finding ourselves in now. All right, quick show of hands, even virtually, how many of us have seen one of those really awesome memes going around about hand washing, either to a pop song or to some kavana? It's all about the washing. 20 seconds, my friends, with very, very warm water and soap. And you need to do it fully. You've got to get rid of the any contamination. And that is an important health consideration. And I don't feel that, I know I've not been focusing on anything beyond the sheer utility of hand washing. How to do it right, how long to do it. And I feel that I have been missing an opportunity. In with my struggling to establish this new ritual, I've been counting the seconds. And I've been leaving out some additional meaning that I feel all of us can find in the hand washing that we're doing now. We have an opportunity to model this holy intentionality that Hillel the Elder is bringing to his washing. Yes, we focus on cleansing our hands, and through that cleansing, we can offer ourselves in holy service. Remember, Shmirat Haguf and Pekuach Nefesh, keeping our bodies from harm and acting to save a life. These are profound. These are really bedrock Jewish ethics that we have here. And that is exactly what we're doing when we're washing our hands. We're observing profound mitzvot through this act of physical cleansing. And we can cleave to our Creator at the same time. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I myself have been reciting Asher Yatzar, the blessing for bodily functions, as I've washed my hands. I've seen this really awesome internet meme where they took the bracha al nitilat yadayim, the bracha that's for regarding the washing of hands, and placed it in with that kind of grid with the hand washing that's been going around. However you might choose to do it, I invite you, my friends, let's join together and make hand washing not merely a physical act, a clinical act, Let's make it also an act that has meaning, an affirmation of caring for one another, for upholding our traditions, and for honoring our Creator. May it be that as we cleanse our hands from this time forward, that we are refreshing our hearts and our souls along with them. And may we find that the work of our hands are strengthened to bring healing and to bring wholeness to all of those whom we encounter and to all who dwell on earth. Shabbat shalom, my friends.